Good morning, everyone. Fear is winning over feeling. They know what they feel. The attraction is undeniable to them. The connection is real. The pull toward you is constant. The thoughts about you are consuming. The desire to be near you is overwhelming. The love that's developing or has developed is actual and significant and terrifying because love means vulnerability, because realizing they're in love means awareness is forming, means feelings have crossed threshold from casual to serious, means attraction has deepened into something more, means connection has transformed into love, means what started as interest has become profound, means they can't deny anymore what they feel, means recognition is unavoidable, means truth is undeniable. Realization creates decision point, creates having to choose, creates needing to act or retreat, creates requiring response to what they know, creates cannot stay neutral, creates must move toward or away, creates love demanding acknowledgement. And staying away means creating distance, means pulling back physically, means limiting contact, means reducing communication, means avoiding proximity, means maintaining space between you, means choosing separation over connection despite wanting connection, means distance becomes strategy despite desire for closeness. Staying away while in love is painful, is fighting against what they want, is denying what they need, is resisting pull they feel, is creating gap when wanting closeness, is choosing fear over feeling, is selecting protection over pursuit. Here's what but introduces the complications. But they're scared of vulnerability, terrified of being hurt, afraid of wanting you more than you want them, scared of rejection, afraid of opening heart and having it broken, scared of risking and losing, afraid of loving and not being loved back, fear of emotional exposure. Vulnerability fear paralyzes pursuit, paralyzes confession, paralyzes approach, paralyzes choosing, paralyzes risking, creates staying away as protection from potential pain. Fear wins temporarily, wins over desire for you, wins over pull toward connection, wins over longing for closeness. Fear creates distance that love wants to close. Fear drives behavior that contradicts feelings, but they're in complicated situation. Current relationship they're ending or should end, marriage that's failing, partnership that's wrong, commitment that's breaking, life transition that's messy, situation that prevents immediate availability despite wanting you. Complication creates distance necessity sometimes, creates needing to resolve current before pursuing new, creates requiring cleanup before building, creates space while untangling, creates time for ending properly before beginning differently. Complication means waiting, potentially, means delay between feeling and acting, means timing being complicated despite feelings being clear, means reality requiring processing before pursuit possible. But they don't believe you feel same. Think you see them as friend only. Assume you're not interested romantically. Believe you're unavailable emotionally. Convinced your kindness is friend lines, not flirtation, misreading your signals or not seeing signs because fear blocks perception, disbelief creates hesitation, creates not risking because assuming rejection. Creates staying away because believing you don't want them near. Creates distance because thinking pursuit would be unwelcome. Creates protection from assumed rejection. Disbelief requires clarity from you, potentially, requires signal you're interested, requires indication they'd be welcome, requires showing, not just hoping they know. But they're battling internal conflict, wanting to pursue versus needing to protect, desire for connection versus fear of hurt, longing for you versus terror of vulnerability. Head saying retreat versus heart saying approach. Logic suggesting safety versus emotion demanding risk. Internal conflict creates paralysis, creates back and forth, creates approaching, then retreating, creates contact, then distance, creates inconsistency, creates confusion for both them and you, creates struggle that manifests as distance. Conflict means they're fighting themselves, fighting between what they want and what feels safe, between what heart demands and fear dictates, between love and protection. But they think they're not good enough for you, believe you deserve better, think they're inadequate, feel unworthy, convinced you're out of league, comparing themselves unfavorably, seeing your qualities and doubting their value, self-worth issues, creating distance, unworthiness, belief, prevents pursuit, prevents risking because assuming they'd lose, prevents approaching because believing rejection is inevitable, prevents trying because thinking failure is certain. Self-doubt creates distance that love wants to close. Unworthiness requires them healing, requires internal work, requires building self-worth, requires recognizing their value before pursuing, requires addressing beliefs before acting. But external circumstances prevent pursuit currently. Work situation, distance geographically, family complications, life timing, external factors creating barriers. Circumstances that prevent immediate availability despite emotional readiness, reality blocking what feelings want. External barriers create waiting, create delay, create distance that's circumstantial, not emotional, create separation that's practical, not preferential, create space that circumstances impose despite feelings opposing. External means beyond their control sometimes, means reality creating obstacles, means timing being complicated by factors, not feelings, means waiting for circumstances to align. This reflection invites you to consider which but resonates most: fear of vulnerability, complicated situation, disbelief you reciprocate, internal conflict, unworthiness belief, external circumstances, and knowing their specific but helps you understand behavior, helps you decide response, helps you determine whether waiting serves or moving on does. Understanding obstacle clarifies situation. This reflection invites you to consider: do you feel same way? Is this mutual love with distance or one-sided with assumption? Your feelings matters for decisions, matters for whether pursuing or releasing, matters for whether clarity serves or distance does. Your feelings determine response. What staying away while in love looks like. Inconsistent behavior, reaching out then withdrawing, engaging then disappearing, warm then distant, close then remote, present then absent, creating confusion through back and forth, inconsistency revealing internal struggle. Inconsistency shows conflict, shows wanting versus fearing, shows approaching versus retreating, shows love versus protection battling, shows they're torn between desire and defense. Inhale, watching from distance, observing you, following socially maybe, noticing who you're with, tracking from far, caring from afar, interested but not engaging, aware but not approaching. Watching proves caring despite distance. Distance watching reveals interest persisting, reveals caring continuing, reveals feelings existing despite separation, reveals love operating from distance because can't operate close. Intense moments followed by space, chemistry obvious when together, connection undeniable in person, then pulling back afterward, closeness followed by distance, intimacy creating retreat, contact creating withdrawal, pattern of close, then away. Pattern reveals fear cycle, reveals closeness triggering vulnerability, fear, reveals intimacy creating protection response, reveals love scaring them into retreat, reveals feelings so strong they require distance after, what you should do when someone stays away, despite loving. He deck side if waiting serves you, if feelings are mutual and timing is only issue, maybe waiting makes sense. If situation is temporary and resolution is coming, maybe patience serves. But if distance is permanent or they're unavailable indefinitely, maybe moving on serves better. Deciding requires honesty, requires assessing realistically, requires honoring your needs alongside understanding theirs, requires choosing what serves your life. If waiting set internal deadline, don't wait indefinitely. I'll wait until X date or event, then reassess. Deadline protects from endless waiting, protects from wasting time, protects from hope becoming prison. Internal timeline honors both patience and self-respect. Deadline creates boundary, creates protection from forever waiting, creates self-respect alongside compassion, creates honoring them and yourself. If you feel same, consider clarity. Maybe subtle signal, maybe direct conversation, maybe indicating interest, maybe showing they'd be welcome. If disbelief is obstacle, clarity could remove it. If fear is obstacle, encouragement might help. Consider whether your action could shift. Inhale clarity serves sometimes, serves when misunderstanding is obstacle, serves when fear needs courage, serves when signal would help, but doesn't serve if situation is genuinely complicated or they need internal work first. If no mutual feelings honor their distance, allow space. Don't pursue when they're retreating. Don't pressure when they're protecting. Their distance might serve both of you. Honor boundary they're creating. Inly. Honoring distance respects their process, respects their needs, respects their boundaries, respects their journey, even when hard to understand. And live your life regardless. Don't put everything on hold. Don't stop dating if dating. Don't pause building. Don't wait in suspension. Live fully now. If they return ready, great. If not, you've lived anyway. What love with distance teaches. Inhale love doesn't always mean together. Sometimes people love genuinely, but circumstances prevent. Sometimes feelings are real, but timing is wrong. Sometimes connection exists, but obstacles persist. Love can be real and relationship still impossible. Love without relationship is painful truth, is important wisdom, is mature understanding, is realistic recognition, is acceptance that feelings alone don't create viability. And fear shapes choices powerfully. Fear can override desire, can prevent pursuit despite attraction, can create distance despite love, can dictate behavior despite feelings. Understanding fear helps compassion, but doesn't obligate waiting. Fear power teaches humans are complex, teaches feelings don't always translate to action, teaches internal barriers matter, teaches compassion for struggle. Timing matters significantly. Right person, wrong time exists. Feelings can be mutual, but circumstances prevent. Readiness can be misaligned. Love can be present, but availability absent. Timing is factor beyond feelings. Timing teaches patience sometimes, teaches releasing others, teaches accepting complexity, teaches honoring reality alongside feelings, teaches wisdom alongside heart. Your needs matter equally. Their struggle doesn't erase your needs. Their fear doesn't obligate your waiting. Their complication doesn't require your suspension. Compassion for them and self-respect for you both matter. The power is yours. It always has been. This person staying away because realizing in love, but whether fear of vulnerability, complicated situation, disbelief you reciprocate, internal conflict, unworthiness belief, or external circumstances shows through inconsistency, distance watching, intense moments, then space your job is deciding if waiting serves, setting deadline if waiting, considering clarity if mutual, honoring distance if not mutual, living fully regardless, and recognizing this teaches love doesn't always mean together. Fear shapes choices. Timing matters significantly. Your needs matter equally. Take what resonates. Softly release the rest. Trust yourself. And listen, someone loving you from distance is complex, is painful potentially, is confusing often, is frustrating sometimes. Their love is real. Their distance is real. Both are true simultaneously. You deserve someone who chooses you, who overcomes fear, who works through obstacles, who pursues despite risk, who shows up despite vulnerability. Their loving you from distance doesn't obligate your waiting. Their struggle doesn't require your suspension. Compassion for them, respect for yourself, both matter. If they're worth waiting for and situation is temporary, wait with boundaries and timeline. If not, release with compassion and move forward. Either way, choose yourself alongside whatever compassion you hold. You're worthy of someone who chooses you fully, actively, presently. Take care.